Welcome back to Inside the Pride. This week I'm joined by assistant head coach and running backs coach Scottie Montgomery. And coming into the season, the running backs room was dealt a clean slate. A new leader in you, coach. Then you've got two new backs in Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. What was the culture you wanted to set day one in that room?
You know, players first, player accountability, peer-to-peer accountability as much as anything. But then after that, once we set a standard and we knew what that standard was, it was up to everybody in the room to uphold that standard, not one guy. What
is the standard?
The standard, you know, what it is every day that we come in, we want to make sure that we get better at every phase of the things that we're trying to do, whether that be, you know, the mental part of the game or, you know, running or protecting the quarterback, or at the end of the day, what type of teammate we could be, what type of coach I can be, what kind of player they could be for each other. 1,000
rushing yards through the postseason, 1,000 scrimmage yards later. Remember when Jahmyr Gibbs was tabbed as a reach draft pick?
That was, when did that happen? Yeah, you know, you can't avoid hearing sometimes the noise. It's one of the things I talked about is that, you know, he's not gonna perform it sometimes the way that some people think that he should, and at other times he's gonna outperform that. So it's just basically keeping an even keel. He's done a really, really good job of that. He has performed at a high level, and I think he'll continue to do that as long as he understands that it's more about a next play mentality than worried about the last play.
The veteran leader that Ja gets to look up to, you mentioned it, is Montgomery. You used him to poke and prod at Ja a little bit, even back during training camp. What is different about the way Montgomery operates that he's having his best year yet, stat-wise, for the Lions?
The first thing is that relationship with the head coach. Sometimes people, you know, downplay the importance of that, but that relationship he and Dan have been able to cultivate is strong. They're similar guys. After that, I think it's the coaches understanding his skill set, understanding that there is no limit to his skill set, and letting him go out in these different situations. And then the final piece, man, is the way he prepares. You know, you don't rise to the occasion, you really just sink to the level of your preparation. And I think his preparation on a week-to-week basis rivals any back that I've been around.
You were able to get the team hyped up, the hype video going into that divisional round.
We don't understand the importance of the moment until the moment becomes a memory. Your moment is here. The moment is here. But it's not the moment that you think it's gonna be. It's not the moment when the zeros go out and yeah, we got our hats on and all that. But the moment is when it's bloody.
You really elaborate on appreciating a memory and a moment while it's here, not until it's fleeting and it's already gone. So what moment do you look back and you can take in and you really appreciate it right now?
The one that I can recall, and is where that conversation came from, was, you know, Dan, before we get ready to play against the Vikings, we got the whole staff in our small, tight staff room. All of us are in there. We're in a staff meeting. He has Kalevi come in and take a picture of the group. And it was just kind of this really weird moment, but it was a great moment because you know, the people that are around you that can identify those moments before they are fleeting, they're the ones that you have to pay really close attention to. So at that point in time, I just thought, man, it was great that Dan was able to understand that the moment that we were in at that special moment was going to be one of the times that we looked back on as a staff and said, this is the week before we started our run, and man, to this point, he couldn't be more accurate.
You know what this process looks like leading up to, we'll say it, Super Bowl. This team is one win away. In 2010, you were with Pittsburgh as receivers coach. You made it to the big game. Looking at this Detroit Lions team, why is it built to play in a big moment like that?
We're tested. We've got 1-point wins. Unfortunately, we have some 1-point losses that we learn from. But collectively, I think we're really built for this. We can run the football. We stop the run effectively. There's a lot of great things that we do that is going to give us a great chance to finish this run.